task. Okay. I'm talking about American patterns.
And French painters.
And French painters.
Cézanne.
Susan. I'm talking about the new woman, and a pattern which was invisible to the subjects when they lived it. I'm talking about the face. We've seen it all before. A loop. My mobile body makes a difference in the visible world. Who is at the center of vision here? For whom does the world simply open up? All the ideas must be apprehended in a single stroke, and a new image comes with no warning. And don't we all make everything just for one person? Just for one or two? I make it for you.
Right? As we begin to traverse the field of vision,
the tragedy of our partial knowledge lies behind us. Right? The desire to be attractive is inherent and as old as the human race itself. And I thought about the women of antiquity accused of lying for making up their faces. Juvenal calls a woman's made-up face a wound. Dark yolk yellow, blood red, which is darker than red.
Everybody is concerned with color.
I make it for you. The face. The task involves the face and making improvements. What do I need from you in order to complete myself? The task has been to find that thing that is always already addressing us. Blue in the face from telling the story over and over again. Threatening the transparency that characterized the honest man, I was blushing true feeling in the world. But suddenly I had the power to make up that blush. Cézanne.
Susan.
Matisse. You told me you were made up of 1,000 ideas about yourself. You were never allowed to be whole. A sort of fertility available to the image, reproducing yourself. And remember that all scanners and digital cameras have problems with highly saturated reds. I told you about my ability to see from all sides. I told you about the privilege of partial perspective. I told you about the idea of remembering something original or becoming whole again, pulled in a million places. The appeal to time. What is remembered in the body is well remembered. Put your hands to mine. All these things to learn. What is remembered in your body is well remembered. I go to make a note and I've already made it. Put your hands to mine.
Right?
A loop. But here, only those aspects of the past that are useful get remembered. Susan, Cézanne, things could always be otherwise. Paloma. The most recent past becomes distant. A painting worth so much money it cannot be ascribed to any particular age or subsumed to any singular rhythm. A common dream of growing larger as in Alice in Wonderland, or on a billboard. Is this a woman's dream? Contemporary giants like Mr. Giant, the enormous face of an unnamed woman. Think big. Because it is invisible, becomes gigantic with significance and meaning. The face. I'm telling you these reds are not real. Descartes says that perception is not a vision, but is rather an inspection by the mind, and it is possible that I do not even have eyes with which to see anything. Don't we all want someone to witness our lives? California body beautiful, dream of bigger eyes and smaller teeth. How do we reach the true form of things? Multiple forms of pleasure operating in the background.
You've got to take your pleasure where you can get it, Sarah.
You've got to take your pleasure where you can get it, Sarah. Got it? And a breakthrough to the heart of being. Is there a heart here? Apparently. Can I guarantee that what I know of this person and what makes me love him will be verified throughout his whole life? Perception anticipates. It goes ahead of itself. I would ask nothing better to see more clearly. But it seems to me that no one does, and I cannot promise future feelings. He told me if we had everything we need, we wouldn't need language to ask for anything. Jameson describes a hypercrowd, which I find condescending.
We are natives in this space.
We know how to break it down into manageable pieces. Focus on one eye, one lip at a time. We know our body only in parts, so the image is what constitutes the self for us.
I am multitasking. Turn your face toward the past future, but don't get too nostalgic about it.
An impossibly pure place of origin, nostalgia wears a distinctly utopian face.
Yes, I am looking for a shortcut through the complexity and conditions of the historicity of my own age. Yes, there is some nostalgia here.
I am just trying to be my best self, to wake up in the morning and say, fuck negativity. I have so many good things I want to tell you about. We are stepping out from the long shadow of X, Y, and Z. I am speaking now from the inside of power.
I have a lot of good capital.
I am only doing it if it makes me feel good, which may include buying things.
What did you promise me?
What was supposed to be given to me by somebody else? Woman creates life, man creates art, but not anymore, suckers. I can buy anything I want. I am living in the space between pure desire and actual enjoyment, and I don't mind at all. We are appealed to as subjects, we'll treat it as objects. We are something broken, but much repaired. We are the new accomplishers of things.
We are the great accomplishers of everything.
We have the new spirit. We know the open secrets. I am sun-filled. I am age-defying. This play is a replay. Will you listen this time? Color, like time or language, decided on by someone else, handed down, placed upon us. I was surprised by the certainty with which you might talk about something so undefinable. But then I shouldn't be surprised at that anymore.
I know I have the body of a weak, feeble woman, but I have the heart and the stomach of a king. Do you expect your face to be interpreted?
To accurately present your inner
state? The women imagine new faces.
The new woman, the new face.
Your attention is focused on the limits or boundaries of our bodies.
I know I'm both animal and machine.
Time is of the essence, it seems to her, since the advocates of advanced capitalism are grasping faster, which explains my breathless pace. Yes, I am living in the present. That's a good place to live. The new. I just want the new. I want you to be new to me, and me to be new to you. You know, we used to believe very recently that the whole future would forever manage without anything new, and that the new and the pursuit of it had been overcome once and for all. But the question is really whether newness has any meaning at all if it brings no new truth in its way. Wasn't something so definitively new supposed to emerge that there could never be anything still newer thereafter? But the new is already on hand. The new is already on hand. So we don't even need to wait. We are in the grip of an extra ideological compulsion to innovate, and these days there is nothing more basic than an orientation to the new. Keep up, girl. A moment of ambivalent girliness, a mouth that makes you think more about your own pink noise. Red comes in many shades. Makeup is an armor, as he says. I'm having a long laugh behind my mask. Nostalgia which relates to the conditions of its own historicity by negating them. No you and no me. Okay. According to Plato, the beautiful causes a memory shock that propels the beholder beyond her normal views of the trivial world of things and people. In select moments amid 1,000 everyday sights, human bodies, circumstances, shapes flare up and enchant the soul. And you are the person who cuts through everyone else. The shock caused by a beautiful face. Who wouldn't want to cause it? Today I'm thinking of fantasies of turning the body inside out. A straight shot to the truth. The hidden self, which just has to break through to the visible material. Somewhere else, color changes the sentiment. Swallows inside, outside, essence, authenticity, inauthenticity, or rotting fruit. The man of popular liberty must be gathered each day or he is rotten. Some consider the dream of a second humiliating physicalism of our time. But the body is the still center, the constant measure. Who were you when I first met you? And who are you now? I'm making up myself from the reflections of others. Early photographs show shop signs in reverse writing, traffic flowing in the wrong lane, and perception is still understood as a reference to the whole which can be grasped. Group, a public self, a mask, a protection. Who is we anyway? What kind of a community? There is nothing you could have done differently. You are discovering you are not the same as yourself, but they choose you. So which you should you be? Me, an son of myself as a composite being. Who owns the way you look? Towards the end, I would like to say that the feeling of time as shifting or moving faster and faster is mostly orchestrated by ephemeral consumer objects mobilized in support of some regulatory ideal of progressive time, makeup, clothing, stuff. Technology disciplines its audience. Blue in the face from telling the story over and over again, which has been of such great service to capitalism. Design, which has been of such great service to capitalism. A loop. The green earth, dress, a human being, a flower, a language, all had the task of wearing color. I was confused at the certainty with which you might describe something so undefinable, but then I shouldn't be surprised at that anymore. Identity is conferred on human subjects by recognition. To deny, to refuse, to accept everything, to choose when to be looked at, when to look. That is the essence of human freedom. I am smiling the smile of a long-dead king who continues to exist and reproduce herself in a million images and stories. Splitting again, I am everywhere. I am everywhere. The human body conserves itself. So does the society.